Hi, welcome back. In today's video I want to show you a cabin in the countryside in the state of Santa Catarina in the south of Brazil. Now, this cabin has one bedroom, one bathroom, a living room and a kitchen, so it's not the biggest. But the best selling feature of this property is the land. So it comes with 6 hectares of land, which is 15 acres. And this property is located on the outskirts of the town of Botoveira, which is a small town with about 5,000 inhabitants. And it's a nice little safe and calm town, surrounded by lots of nature, forests, rivers, waterfalls. So it's a very nice area. And there's some big cities nearby as well. So you've got the city of Brusque, which has got over 100,000 inhabitants. That's only a 30-minute drive away. And then you've got Balneário Camboriú, which is another big city at the coast. That's about an hour's drive away. And then to get to the capital of Santa Catarina, Florianópolis, that's a 2-hour drive away. And also the property isn't too far away from the coast as well, so it would take about an hour to drive to some nice beaches. And I've done lots of videos on my channel showing you properties costing $100,000 up to a couple of $1 million. But this property is a bit different. This property costs 270,000 reais, which is $48,000. And the estate agent selling this property is Evandro Nunes, and I'll leave a link to him in the description below. So let's have a look at this property. Okay, so this is the entrance to the property, and you can see the cabin at the far end there. And this is the road leading to the property, which is a dirt road. And you need to drive on that for about 10 minutes, and then after that the roads are asphalt. And they've got this simple fence here which surrounds the land. And as you can see here, a large part of the land is grass. Then you've got the pond here, which is full of fish, tilapia fish. And then behind the cabin you've got woodland as well. The shape of the land is kind of a rectangle, but it's not a normal rectangle, so it's quite narrow at the entrance and then becomes very wide at the other end. So it's 38 meters wide at the road, 600 meters long on the right there, 300 meters wide on the other end in the woodland, and then 500 meters long on the left hand side. Okay, so let's start off by having a look at the pond. So there's a natural spring on the other side of the road, so not on the property, but the water from this spring feeds into this pond. And the owner has a pump and a filter for this pond, which just isn't switched on now, and so he's able to grow tilapia fish in this pond. And here you can see the driveway, which is very simple. It's kind of a mix between gravel and grass. And you can also see the neighbour's property on the other side, so they've got more of a farm. So they've ploughed some of land where they grow some crop. And here you can see the water pipe, which leads to the property. So again, this water comes from the natural spring that I said was on the other side of the road. And you can also see the power cable as well, which goes to the property. So this property has water from the natural spring, normal electricity, and the internet they get from satellite. And here you can see the side of the cabin, and they've painted a lovely pink color. And then you've got woodland here, and this land actually goes far into these woods. But first let's have a look at the property, and then we'll look more at the land. So here you can see the cabin from the other side. So it's a very simple wooden cabin, painted in this lovely pink color. And then you can see they've installed a swing, so you can swing a bit here and have a look at the nice scenery. So here on the left you've got a storage area where they store their tools and also the firewood. In between the house and this storage area, you've got this covered area where you can park the car if you want to. And then they've got this lovely outdoor sink here. And then you've got a side door here which leads into the kitchen. And like the rest of the house, the kitchen's very simple. So you've got a seating area here in the kitchen. And you can see a roof in the kitchen, and the rest of the house is just a simple metal sheet roof. And then the kitchen is made up of the sink here and a wood burning stove. And then they've got a little storage area here with an oven. And then this is the living room where they've got a sofa and a bed. And then here to the right is the bedroom, which is tiny, and all they can fit in here is one bed. And this is the bathroom with a shower. And as you can see here, the shower and also the bathroom tap are both electric. So the way they heat the water here is through electric showers and electric taps. So let's have a look at the land behind the cabin as well. So right behind the cabin you've got the water tank. So this is the water that comes from the natural spring, like I said, on the other side of the road. It flows into these water tanks. And then we've got a filter, which is this little grey box here. And then the water flows into the house from there. So that's how the property gets the water. Now apparently the filter cleans the water sufficiently, but obviously you definitely need to check that. And then walking to the side of the property here they've got a little vegetable patch and some more firewood. And you can see the fence on the other side of the land. Which then goes into the forest. So they made this little path here which leads into the woodland. And then the land goes deep into this wood, so there's about 4 hectares of woodland. Okay, and that's the property. Now I'm not showing you this property because the cabin, the cabin is very small and very, very simple. Now the reason I wanted to show you this is because of the land. So you're able to buy lots of land, 6 hectares, in a nice area, fairly close to some big cities and also fairly close to some nice beaches as well, so just an hour's drive away from the beaches. Now what I think you can do with this property is you demolish a small cabin and you build a much bigger house on the land. Obviously, if you demolish a small cabin and you build another property on the same site, then you'll have to live somewhere else as you're building it. But another option is you move into this small cabin on a temporary basis while you're building another property on the land. And also another option is that you build some cabins here and you rent them out on Airbnb, because this is a nice area and there are lots of people renting out small cabins on Airbnb here. So it's possible just to do that on this land, or you have your own house here and you build 1 or 2 small cabins to rent out on Airbnb. And I did a quick little search on Airbnb and there are small cabins renting out here for 400 reais up to 600 reais, so between $80 and $120 more or less per day. Obviously how much you get depends on the quality of cabins and also the time of year that you're renting out. And most of the demand is mainly at the weekend, so you won't be renting out every day the cabins. So I hope you like this video. Please leave a like, subscribe. If you've got any questions or anything, leave in the commentary below. So thanks for watching. Until next time.